Welcome aboard. We have about 10 minutes before the next stop. Let me tell you a story about a special boy. The little boy at the bus stop wasn't waiting for a bus. He was waiting for someone. And when I discovered who, my entire life changed. Every day for nearly 2 weeks, I saw the same little boy, same bus stop, same bench, same backpack, same stare down the road. At first, I barely noticed him. I was too busy, work was stressful, bills were piling up, life felt like a race I was slowly losing. But one thing about that boy bothered me. No matter what time I passed, he was there, morning, afternoon, evening, always sitting, always waiting. One day curiosity got the better of me. I parked my car and walked over. "Hey kid, are you okay?" He nodded. "Who are you waiting for?" "My dad." Simple answer. I smiled. "Is he running late?" The boy looked down the road, then quietly said, "He promised he'd come back." Something about the way he said it made me uncomfortable. "When did he leave?" The boy thought for a second. 4 years ago. I froze. 4 years? The kid couldn't have been older than 10. I assumed I had misunderstood, but I hadn't. His father had left one morning and never returned. No calls, no letters, nothing. Yet every day after school, the boy came to that bus stop because it was the last place he saw his father, the place where the promise was made, the place where he believed the promise would be kept. I didn't know what to say, so I bought him a sandwich, then I left. But that night I couldn't stop thinking about him. The next day, I came back, and the day after, eventually, it became a routine. I brought snacks, helped with homework, sometimes we just talked. And slowly, he started smiling more. For the first time, I thought maybe I was helping him heal. I was wrong. Because one afternoon, he asked me a question that hit harder than anything else. Do grown-ups always lie? I didn't answer immediately because I didn't know how, and honestly, I wasn't sure. Then he asked something even worse. If my dad loved me, why didn't he come back? That question stayed in my head for days. I couldn't sleep, couldn't focus, couldn't stop wondering, who was this man? How could someone leave a child behind like that? So I decided to find out. I started asking around. People in the neighborhood knew the boy. Everyone had a different story. Some said the father abandoned the family, others said he ran away with another woman, some thought he had gotten into trouble. Nobody really knew. Then one old shop owner told me something strange. He didn't leave willingly. That stopped me. What do you mean? The old man looked around before speaking. He was trying to protect someone. Protect someone? From what? Suddenly the story wasn't making sense anymore. I needed answers, so I kept digging. Days later, I found the boy's mother. At first she didn't want to talk, then finally she broke down, and what she told me shocked me. The father hadn't abandoned them, he had disappeared, completely. One day he went to work and never came home. No body, no arrest, no explanation, nothing, just gone. The police eventually stopped looking. Everyone assumed he had run away, but his wife never believed it, neither did the boy. And suddenly I realized something. That little kid wasn't waiting because he was naive, he was waiting because he believed everyone else was wrong. Weeks passed, then one rainy evening everything changed. The boy handed me a photograph. I found this in my mom's drawer. It was old and faded, a family picture, his mother, his father, and the little boy as a baby. I looked at it casually, then my heart nearly stopped. I recognized the father, not from the neighborhood, not from the news, but from somewhere else, somewhere impossible. I had seen that face before, recently, very recently. I rushed home, opened an old box, and searched through dozens of papers. Finally I found it. A photograph from 15 years earlier, a picture of me and my older brother. The same face was standing behind us, smiling. My hand started shaking. The boy's father knew my family. Not only that, he had once saved my brother's life during an accident. I remembered the story instantly. A stranger had pulled him from a wrecked vehicle and disappeared before anyone could thank him. That stranger was the boy's father. I couldn't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, somehow our lives had crossed again. But the twists weren't over, not even close, because tucked behind the old photograph was a note, a tiny folded note. And written on it was a phone number. I called immediately. No answer. I tried again the next day. Still nothing. Then 3 days later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. A man's voice spoke. "Where did you get this number?" I nearly dropped the phone. I knew, instantly, it was him, the boy's father, alive. For a moment neither of us spoke. Then he started crying, actually crying. He explained everything. Years ago he had gotten involved with dangerous people while working as a truck driver. After witnessing a crime, he became a target. Authorities moved him and ordered him to disappear for his family's safety. No contact, no communication, nothing. Breaking the rules could have endangered everyone, including his son. The years passed, the situation dragged on, and eventually he became trapped in a life he never wanted. But not one day went by without thinking about his family. I sat there speechless. Then I asked the only question that mattered. Do you still want to see your son? His answer came instantly, more than anything. A month later, after legal complications and endless paperwork, it finally happened, the reunion. I still remember the bus stop, the same bench, the same road, the same little boy waiting, only this time, someone actually came. A car pulled up, a man stepped out, older, tired, gray hair, tears in his eyes. The boy stared, not moving, not breathing, just staring. Then the man whispered, "Hey buddy." The boy dropped his backpack and ran. I've never seen anyone run that fast. The father fell to his knees, the boy crashed into him, and both of them cried so hard they couldn't speak. People passing by stopped and watched. Some cried too, including me, because after 4 years, the promise had finally been kept, and that's when I learned something I'll never forget: hope can look foolish to people who don't understand it. Most people told that boy to stop waiting, to move on, to give up. But he didn't, because sometimes, just sometimes, the person you're waiting for is trying just as hard to get back to you. Hope you learned something today, my honorable passengers. See you all on my next trip. Stay always blessed.